and welcome to iPen Podcast. My name is Joanne Cox.
Hi, I'm Nanette Buchanan, and this is Let's Talk About It, iPen Podcast with myself and my co-host Joanne Cox. And
what are we talking about
today?
I want to start with about protocol. What is the importance of it? Why do we have protocol?
Well, you know what? I don't even think people call it protocol. I think most people look at it and say, this is the way that you do it. This is how it's done. We all know that protocol is proper etiquette.
Yes.
Proper rules, the way that we handle things. And for some things, or most things that we would put the word protocol to, they're more professional. You know, they're more professional. The protocol on your job, the protocol when you go out dining, the protocol when you go to concerts or any type of outdoor event. There's certain rules that you automatically know
it's a protocol
are going to be followed.
Yes. I mean, when you join an organization, you join it because of what it represents.
Right.
And once you get into that organization, you should be wanting to know what is the protocol. Because you might not want to even join when you find out.
And not only that, you might find out that somewhere along the line, although what you're presented with to join sounds good, but some of the rules that you have to follow once you get in the organization don't fit what you want to do or what you're willing to do.
Right. And those are things that I think back in the day, I'm going to say the older generation said, you put in the horse before the cart or the cart before the horse.
Oh, yes, because you're looking for something that's going to satisfy you without paying attention to what you may have to give. You may have to give a little bit more than what you're really expecting to give. And that's what you need to know.
Okay, this is what I want to bring up to the viewers. Okay, I joined this organization because I simply want to be a better speaker. Okay, so all I need to know is what's going to make me better. And so I walk into an organization that now requires so many hours for me to be there. But I didn't think about it. I needed a certain amount of hours.
Or the organization may want you to do certain assignments.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about assignments. You're not thinking about what are on my end. I just came to see other people speak, take notes, get tips, and keep going. But you may not know that you have to go and do certain things for yourself and then bring that work back.
Okay. Yes. And so in saying that, there are a lot of speaking organizations. And I have checked into some, but they all have different protocols. So now that I've signed the dotted line and now I want to be this better speaker, what is it that lets me know that I don't want to follow the protocol? I just want to be in it. So is there a backlash?
Well, I think for organizations, especially jobs as well, any type of employment, just like they do for anything else, you should be given all of that up front.
Okay.
You should know all of that up front. It shouldn't be something that's sprung on you. Maybe not the assignments, but you should be told that there's going to be assignments.
Okay.
You should be told that you're going to have to be here 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever, however long it's going to take. You should be told up front, this is what we expect of you. Now,
this is personality. Because you know, and the viewers know that Nanette and I click real well. You know, we think alike. So if you tell someone, or if it's written, I can tell you now, 50% of the people didn't read it.
They accepted it because they wanted the organization.
They thought about the
end.
And
they thought about the end, as you said, putting the cart before the horse. They thought more or less what they were going to get and didn't pay attention to what they had to give. But another part of protocol is reviewing those rules. Another part of that, I can attest to that since we've been doing the Zoom. I have one organization that I work with, and the requirement is, even though we're doing a PowerPoint and we're talking to your employees or your people, the requirement is you leave your video on. So you can't show me your nice little smiley face while you're sitting in the background eating, or you're not even at the camera. I need to see you. I need to be able to see you. And that's told to them in rules. But it's also told to them by the presenter.
Okay.
It's also repeated so that they know that this is a part of the protocol.
So it's two sides to this. And so what I'm understanding and hearing you say, and I'm in total agreement, is that I'm the participant. So it is my part to read the direction, listen intentionally, so that I know what I need to bring to the table and what the protocol session is all about. On the other side, the person that has hired me, or even if it's free, that has accepted me or invited me into this program, it is their responsibility as well, because I'm going to make them look good or bad.
Right. And the thing about it is you want some clarity. You don't want everybody in the group doing one thing and then somebody else doing something entirely different. So in order to keep everything organized and in order to reach the goal that you set out to, you want to make sure that everybody knows the rules.
So that's clear. It's two sides to this story. Both parts need to do that. Written and orally said. And then you want to turn around and understand that when things are not in order, they go array in so many different directions.
And not only that, there's times where you need to ask questions. Because although you may have read it, although you may have understood that this is going to go on at this time, maybe you have questions about it. Maybe you want to know how in depth do I need to be? Do I need to do this every week? Do I need to do this every time we meet? And there may be questions. So I should, as the person that's in charge or the person that's giving out the rules, I should ask, is there anyone who has questions?
Oh, this is so good. I just want the viewers to know that I'm seeing, after doing this, is this almost 2 years now?
Yes.
That every topic can be turned into a workshop.
Exactly.
Because this is my thing before we end this segment, is that in the asking of the questions, don't take things for granted. If I'm going to be on your show and you tell me to sign on 15 minutes because we're going to do a sound check, and I said, okay. But now, if there is a problem, 15 minutes is not enough time.
It's not enough time. It's not enough time. And the assumptions that we all make that everybody is technically literate. We all assume that everybody uses every format there is. A perfect example, I had to do a Zoom on Clubhouse. Well, I'm not on Clubhouse, so I had to find out, how do you get on Clubhouse? How do you sign up for Clubhouse? What is Clubhouse? And then when I finally got there, it was so different than all of the other platforms I had used. I had to figure out, well, where is my little face? Well, where do I move to? How do I get to the front? Come to the front stage. Where's the front stage? I had no idea what was going on, but it had not been discussed prior. It was just assumed that everyone knew every platform. They've got so many platforms out there. We don't know all of those platforms, and especially those of us that don't use all of those platforms.
Yes.
I say Zoom, somebody else says, no, I'm not using Zoom, I'm using this, I'm using that. People use other things.
And that's what the viewers need to know. We need to come ready and be savvy in any situation so that we can lay it on the line and understand there are resources out here so that we can make the best presentation possible.
That's what you want.
That's protocol.
That's what you want. That's what protocol is. The other thing is, which we did not speak about, is let's be a little respectful. Let's just be a little respectful. As I said, to those that may not know.
Exactly.
To those that may not have all the formats. To the person like myself that uses the Android and everybody else is using iPhones. You know, I don't really see the need for an iPhone yet. Although I'm going to get one because I'm tired of asking people, do you know how to do this on an Android? But the thing about it is, when you get people that send you links and they tell you just sign on to this link. And then when you get to the link says it's for the iPhone.
But you didn't know.
But I didn't know that ahead of time. So you have to, and don't wait till the last minute to read those directions. Don't wait till the last minute to read those rules. Don't get into the habit of thinking that it's the norm.
Right.
Because we're not living in the norm anymore. We're not doing that. But be respectful when you go back to these people. When you go back to them and you say, Joanne, you sent me that link. That thing don't work. Don't be disrespectful about it, because you're not the only one in the group.
Right.
It's not formatted for just you, unless it's a one-on-one. And even then, be courteous, be respectful, because you never know when that person can link you to the next person, or link you to the next group, or take you to your next step. But if you're disrespectful and you just off the hinges because something didn't fit your assumption, that's not good. That's not good. So we're giving you this message, and we're giving you this message to simply say the better you comes from being better prepared. If you prepare yourself for these things, believe me, it's small steps that add up to the big picture.
And this is the importance of protocol. So how do you want to end this?
As I started it, saying protocol is a code of etiquette. Nobody likes rules. Nobody likes that. I mean, why we gotta have rules? It's a form of order, procedure, rules. And yes, they can be moved, and they could be maneuvered, and they could be shifted. But without them,
yes, we need it.
We need
guidance.
We need it because it causes chaos. If everybody in a class of 30 came in and did whatever they wanted to do,
good.
You know what I mean? So we have to have some kind of order, some kind of protocol, some kind of etiquette, some kind of procedure. And you have to know going in, what is the procedure? And sometimes, just taking it a bit further than just my final statement, sometimes it's even better for you to know the protocol before you ask the question. Know what the protocol is before you even ask the question. This is the normal procedure.
Because now you have something to base your questions on.
Now you have something to base your questions on. So we're asking you, what's changed in the protocol that you've been following? And I know there's been many changes because of the pandemic. So what's changed in the protocol? And has the protocol been rewritten? Has it been reaffirmed? Has things been told to you so that you get clarity and understanding of what's going on? And if not, fix it.
And let us know how you want us to help you in any form.
Yes.
To be better in that area so that you are able to ask the right questions.
And we'll bring it to you. As much as we can get to you, we try to get it to you. Even in these short segments, we try to get you as much as we can, because that's all you need is a little snippet to say, that's right. That aha moment. So, we want you to subscribe. Leave a comment. Bring a friend. But check in on us every Thursday. Right here on iPen Podcast. Let's talk about it. With my friend Joanne Cox.
See you next week.